This has to be one of the most insane probabilities we've ever heard in gaming thus far in 2024. That is, Elden Ring parent company Kadokawa is rumored to be in talks of a purchase from Sony. The ramifications of this are huge. There's of course the anime aspects, which seem to be the biggest draw here, but of course you all are here for the gaming ramifications. Well, there's one in particular that, despite my personal apprehension of this deal altogether, it makes me ecstatic to see fanboys squirm at the possibility of this happening. What's that? Well, none other than those who cherish the APK deal and Microsoft buying everything under the sun. Now they're hitting the internet and they're decrying this deal. They're crying foul. Do they have a good point this time around, or is this hypocrisy at its finest? We'll tackle all this on the next installment of the Spill, our gaming hot topic video series. Buckle up and get ready for a good one. Let's go. What's up, people? It's your boy MM2K of Hard Knock Digital Culture, Cloud Gaming, and MM2K Gaming, back again with another episode of The Spill. This is where we talk about the latest and greatest in the video gaming news. And boy, excuse me, I'm so excited I can't even talk about this one. We got a good one for you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells, notifications, please, so you know when we're dropping these doses. All right. So before we get into any of this and the irony here, which is so hilarious, before we get into all that, I first want to read you the story, and this comes to us courtesy of our good friends at Inside Gaming. It says Sony in talks to buy From Software's parent company, report claims. In an exclusive report published by Reuters, it's claimed that Sony is in talks to purchase Kadokawa, the corporation that owns the majority of From Software, the developer of Elden Ring. It was claimed that in the report that Sony wants to acquire the media powerhouse and that a deal could be signed in the coming weeks. Now, despite the claims being corroborated by two trusted sources close to Reuters and the deal, both Sony and Kadokawa have declined to comment. So, yeah, man, there are huge implications here. I think implications that a lot of people just don't realize. I mean, like I said before, there are those things on the anime front. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of people that are liking the Sony acquisition of Crunchyroll. I not so much so, and that's because the way I consume anime content on Crunchyroll, it was just straightforward. Comes out, available that day. Okay, cool. Let me go watch my favorite anime shows, and then I go about my business. And there's only select animes I like. My price significantly went up. Like, what the crap? And then I can't remember the name of the subservice. They had another subservice that was tied to Crunchyroll, where I didn't even watch Crunchyroll. I didn't go through their app. They had like another application. It was called Viz or Vid. I can't remember. Oh man. If you guys remember, put it in the chat. Their service was better because no matter where you watched the Crunchyroll animes on that app, it automatically puts you in 4K. Just the user interface was better. So I'm not a big fan of the acquisition. A lot of people are, you know what I mean? So that's why I have my apprehension of what's going to happen here. That being said, the gaming stuff is what's tickling me pink. All right, so want you guys and gals to check this out. So here, let me go to the right clip and let's show this right here. Okay. So this is one of the tweets that I put out here after this was announced. Gamatsu was one of the first places that put this out here. I said, for the record, I don't want this to happen. Consolidation is horrible for the longevity of gaming and the future innovation towards great games. That said, you hypocrites calling foul now, but were excited when Xbox was postured to buy everything under the sun. Y'all be quiet. And I also followed it up with this because it hit me with this as soon as I sent that tweet. I said, for all you fanboys that cheered on consolidation across the street but are salty about this, the irony is if this deal is signed right before the Game Awards, the shadow of the entry wins Game of the Year. So like for all of you fanboys that are like, oh yeah, we're happy that Elden Ring, DLC is up there, because you figured that it would take away from Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth, and Astrobot being up there, it has a higher meta, I believe, a Metacritic, so that would pull away from Sony not winning Game of the Year, and that would be some pseudo victory for you Neo Xbox fans. The irony is if this deal happens and it closes before the Game Awards, not only did your beloved Hellblade hardly get recognized for anything, not only did you not have anything nominated for Game of the Year again for like the 10th year in a row, but now your de facto monkey wrench, which would have been DLC, that now was going to belong to Sony. Like, you just can't win. you PlayStation haters and you Neo Xbox fanboys. All right. So I do find that hilarious, but I have my apprehensions about this deal because I don't like consolidation. It does ruin games, and that's because you got to get rid of employees. There's synergies, and there's just positions eliminated and cannibalized by consolidation. Because of redundancies, and those people that are let go, a lot of them now, because there's so many of these happening as of late, on top of the layoffs, these people will never get a position in gaming again unless there's like some crazy gaming boom decades down the road, which probably won't happen, or by the time that happens, these people would have moved on with their careers. We would have lost the best of their talents. But here's the thing that I want people to consider. The problem is that, and you're hearing me use this new term, Neo Xbox fans. These Neo Xbox fans, there's a clip from one of the content creators I listen to routinely, Reforged Gaming, shout out to them, where he says, you guys hammered me and jumped on me because I was critical of Xbox, saying that I wanted Xbox to die. And it wasn't me that wanted Xbox to die. I just wanted Xbox to get better. You guys wanted Xbox to die. Why? Because you wanted the Xbox that we knew that made the platform popular. You wanted that to go away for the sake of cheap gaming, right? Just so you can pay a couple of dollars and play Call of Duty and Game Pass, right? That whole mantra goes against everything that Xbox was about and everything that made Xbox a juggernaut in gaming, that made Xbox revolutionize gaming. If we had Phil Spencer in charge back then, all of the stuff that we're seeing with Xbox, it would have executed. It would have never been executed in a proper fashion, let alone even existed. Xbox right now is all about bargain gaming, and they're taking favorite IPs and reducing them down to that. And it's all about throwing stuff in the Game Pass. That's why you have developers that are like antsy about why are we even supporting this platform? Because Microsoft is trying to make it all about bundled subscription gaming, but not quality gaming. We got another video forthcoming where, because you Neo Xbox gamers, you don't understand this dynamic. You don't understand how this affected your marketplace. And that's why Xbox is losing. You have a horrible marketplace. You may make some one-off games now that you bought that people care about, but collectively, those roles as a publisher, will never match the roles of a marketplace. That's why you can look at the biggest publisher, which at the time was ABK. They were nowhere near the biggest marketplace out there. Shout out to Porter Rock. He said in one of his videos, there's a reason why Valve via Steam is making more money than they ever did making games, because marketplaces are bigger than publishers as far as generating money, period. And that's why you see Nintendo not compromising its marketplace and putting its stuff out there day and date and throwing everything day and date into a subscription service and putting it everywhere, because they know that their money is in the marketplace. That's why, even though Sony's doing some things that, you know, make you itch a little bit, that's why they haven't gone full Microsoft and put everything day and date and all of their stuff, because they know they cannot compromise the marketplace, their marketplace, which is a dominant one. Microsoft has compromised their marketplace with Game Pass, with their approach to Game Pass, and their purchase of ABK has now, you know, twisted the platform in a way that a lot of their core fans are not happy about. You guys asked for this. We even still got content creators that are still sitting there saying, "Oh, I hope you take 2K or take two. Hope you buy Sega." It's okay until the rabbit has the gun, right? Now that Sony could be acquiring From Software, anything's on the table, because we know how Sony operates. Maybe in the first year or so, if this does go through, maybe the first year or so, you still will enjoy FromSoft games. But you got to remember, the original FromSoft games, I believe, I think they had a game before the Demon Souls game. I believe those were all on PlayStation. So FromSoft made its name on PlayStation, not even being on Xbox. It wasn't until years later that they, you know, finally made their way to Xbox. So that's a relationship. You know, Sony already has a, you know, significant amount of money invested in them. I want to show you guys something else. This was something that I pulled up on the internet. Shout out to the homie Steady Flow, aka Kevin Bush. He retweeted this. This was something that happened in February of this year. Or no, it could have happened. I don't know, to be honest with you. This tweet is from February, but it appears that Sony From Software acquires Elden Ring IP from Bandai Namco with Sony PlayStation backing. So Sony helped them back in February, the latest, it sounds, of 2024, helped them get Elden Ring back. Sony was invested in that. We know Sony. Sony's about making money, of course, but you know, Sony, when it comes to gaming, they're marketplace oriented first. So no telling if that was a precursor of what we're seeing today or not. So look, for full transparency, I hope this deal doesn't go through. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I hope it doesn't go through. I'm not a big fan of consolidation, and consolidation, as I explained in my tweets, is bad for consumers. I also don't like Sony having a monopoly in the anime streaming market. Like I said, me as a customer, I've already seen a significant price hike and reduction of my services, not in my favor. That said, watching you Neo Xbox fanboys and you Sony hating fanboys squirm and F around and find out is very amusing to me. And let me be honest with you, opposite of the anime stuff, I'm not a big FromSoft fan, so whatever surmises from this deal on that front wouldn't affect me too much. The biggest takeaway is, for these Sony haters and Neo Xbox fans, be careful what you wish for. Oh, and that includes ABK, by the way. That's it from your boy. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I always say, I'm curious what I think. But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. They will lead you to Hard Knock Digital Culture, Cloud Dosage, and MM2K Gaming. With that said, peace. Have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day.